All right, guys. So the devs just posted an update for Etheria Restart, talking about what is next, what the future plans are there, and it seems like there's some really good changes that are in the works. So let's just quickly read this. So it's hyperlinkers, okay. I want to say thank you for sticking with us, right? We play this game. I stream this game a lot. It is at the core a very good game, right? So it's good that the devs realize that and they're trying to communicate with us better, right? So strongly in the long-term success of this game, we want to know that we're not going anywhere. We've seen your feedback, especially around our communication, game balance, time investment issues, PvP meta. We know a lot about the PvP meta, events, and much more. We're making major strides to keep the scenes. We're making strides behind the scenes to keep improving the game using your feedback and our own personal experiences as the driver. So that sounds really good, right? So they want to be transparent with what they're working on, and they want to further talk to the players and get our feedback as well. So that's great. So this part says improving communication and community involvement. Awesome. We're committed to more active dialogue within the community. Exactly. This is important. You know, like we're the players. We play the game all day, every day. So we kind of know what the game needs in order for it to be better, right? Things to fix, things to optimize, things to take out, stuff like that. Today's post is the first, but when important opportunities arise, we will be empowering community discussion on specific topics that we need feedback on. For example, later on in this post, we will be discussing the RTA meta, and we'll be asking for your thoughts and contributions on the topics for us to read, so we don't make decisions that may be out of touch with the general player base. Exactly. If you guys have not seen my RTA video, you guys can find that right there. Right? It talks about all the current PvP meta and how bruisers are just ridiculous right now. It is so unbalanced right now. Previously, we had nerfed Revelation due to many community complaints, but this came with many consequences and has given us more to correct. So there's even more problems now, right? Because now we know Bloodbath is just absolutely broken. We want to be very careful moving forward about balancing the data. Okay, cool, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's good, right? So they want to listen to the feedback. Hopefully, they listen to mine, right? Well, I'm not a top PvP player, but, you know, like for the casual player base, I think I might have a better idea of what that's like because I'm only like Diamond in RTA, right? And I'm not like Bread or FPS Shoddy, Mazjack, Kecker, and stuff like that, who are like the tippy top of PvP. So I might be able to give a bit of an opinion when it comes to more of the casual players around the mid and lower ranks. Of course, these moments won't happen all the time, but be sure there are sure to be scenarios like the one above with greater detail required focus. Okay, cool. So good. Just all overall, they want to communicate more and get more of our feedback. Great. Next part, time sync solutions and process. We hear you. The end game grind can feel like a chore sometimes, especially when there are many tasks and activities to complete each day. Yeah, we got a lot to do pretty much every day. We're farming. If there's no 2x, we're farming shells. When there's 2x, you guys know I do 12-hour streams, bro. So there is definitely a lot to do on this game. Our team is currently trying to figure out the best solution for this, especially for our long-term players. Definitely good. Preserve the health of early game autoing while introducing smarter, less time-intensive farming options for the late game. Increasing available auto clears in the early game can be risky as new players tend to be less efficient with using resources until they have more knowledge and experience. Okay, so that sounds good, right? You guys know we're late game players for the most part, but we do have some early game players in the Discord as well, and this is definitely something that is worth taking the time to work on. If you guys have any ideas you want to consider, okay, cool. Ember Trek, interesting. What are they going to do to Ember Trek? We know many of you have been sharing feedback. Okay, continually repeat this game mode. Yeah, so I was saying this on stream when I was doing Ember Trek in like one stream, right? Like, why are we running around like picking up chests like for like 20 floors? That doesn't make any sense. I think if anything, they should get rid of those 20 floors and give us the middle floor bosses as well as the normal bosses, the normal every 6 floor bosses. We do believe having a game where we're able to see the main character and interact and move around is important, but we also understand that some middle ground needs to be found. Exactly. So I think one opinion I have about this is that For games like Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail, right? You love the characters that you roll for, and you want to see them running around in the overworld, right? I believe that's what it's called. But in Etheria Restart, you just run with this random main character that we finished the story like a week into the game, and we never see them again. We don't care about them, you know? Like, even if they're a main character, like Wuthering Waves, I think does a great job of that, right? The main character is so like ingrained in the main story that even running around with the main character feels good, right? But especially for the characters that we summon for, we want to walk around and see them more than just in the fights, right? In the battles. Our current solution that will be implemented will reset with the next ability to auto-clear previously completed levels under the normal difficulty. Okay, so that sounds to me... Alright, wait, let's keep reading this. You will only need to fight the last floor. Okay, so only 42. So only a Astarte in normal. That's good, so that saves a bunch of time. For now, hard difficulty will still require manual gameplay. This will be our upcoming patch. Okay. So it looks like hard, we still have to do those floors where we run around and get those chests. But at the very least now, pretty much all of normal is instantly cleared for us. Except for the last floor. Great. Anti-Sync Echoes and Union Boss. These two will be supporting 5x5 speed. Perfect. Great. We need faster speeds, I think. Even in farming, right? Even I'm farming Rengokutsu or Hoi Yan like pretty much every day. 5x would definitely help with that. For sure. Healthier monetization approach. We are actively working with more rewarding, player-friendly monetization options. The kind that feel good to support and enhance your enjoyment of the game while respecting your time. Okay, future purchases will focus more on value, choice, and utility. Some ideas we have are something that would involve both gameplay benefits and resource rewards, offering cheap stamina packs and potential adjustments to what is currently available in weekly shops. Okay, so that's good. That's good. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that we need more of, right? I guess more summons would be good, right? You guys should be buying those 2 packs of LD as well as regular summons every week. So that's if there's more of that, then that's great. Animus skins, great, right? They just keep recoloring skins, okay? I think Wuthering Waves does a really good job of this, and Punishing Grey Raven as well. They don't just recolor the skins. They give brand new weapon effects too. So that sounds pretty good. So now we're going to address the PvP meta and RTA considerations. PvP hot topic, okay. Collaborating directly with top RTA players in the wider community. Definitely, right? So I think the most weight should be attributed to the top RTA players, right? Because these guys are the ones that are pushing the meta. They know what they're talking about. They're cooking up some crazy metas right now, like with Veronica and DPS Viper and stuff like that. But also the wider community, right? Because not everyone is a top player. So just for the general player base, they need to consider that as well. Cool. Mid-season balance patch is under heavy consideration. Although we stated previously that we not make adjustments in between seasons, we know something about Lilium. Feels necessary, has not met our design expectations. So maybe they might have overtuned Lilium a bit, but definitely before they fixed her, she was not doing anywhere near enough damage. So there was most likely an actual calculation error in her damage, right? So the fix now seems pretty crazy, but it's okay, right? They're working on it. Original topic. After receiving lots of feedback, we believe it may be better to avoid waiting 2 months to fix major pain points towards RTA. So let us know your thoughts. Okay, they want to hear our thoughts. Great. Okay, cool. So devs are listening. At the very least, they are listening. In our season adjustment, we nerfed Revelation due to complaints on fun demotivating for players, especially in lower ranks RTA. Although this change was heavily requested by the community, it came with unexpected consequences. Allowed the bruiser metas dominate. So they know that bruisers are absolutely broken right now, completely unfair and boring. Honestly, one of the biggest complaints is that it's boring. Who wants to sit there and fight for like 20 minutes just to lose is essentially what they're saying. Sometimes during testing, we will not always be able to predict exactly how a meta with hundreds of thousands of players. We have hundreds of thousands of players? Nice. Okay. Giving us a sign more directly involved in player base, blah, 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 blah. Many argue current meta is less engaging than previous season. Exactly. That's true. Want to fix this as soon as possible. If no solutions are found, what tools are currently... Okay. All right. So my feedback is You guys know that I'm a Rev Cleave / CC player from the previous meta, and it was fun, right? And it was fun because it was simple. Either I'm faster than them and I win, or I'm slower than them and I probably will lose. And not to mention, last season, tank wasn't like unviable, right? You were still able to win with tank. It's just that it wasn't exactly like how broken it is now. So I thought honestly the meta last season was fine. I've lost to a couple tank teams last season, so it was fine. Given that we encourage to create feedback, post giving your thoughts about what a potential mid-season patch should look like. Cool. So hopefully we get those feedback posts and we can give in our input, right? They appreciate the input of both high-level players and players who are more casual. So that's what I'm saying, right? I'm not a sweat in PvP. I am just a content creator, but I would say that I'm definitely in between like a casual and like a sweaty player. So from my experience, I think I can give some pretty good opinions about finding the right balance for both the top RTA players as well as just a casual player base. Let us know what you think. Okay, great. They're going to create a thread, so we're going to post some of our comments and thoughts there. We can even post a video, right? We can even post a video that I made there. Maybe they'll take a look at it. We're open to exploring considering ideas whether it should be nerfing Bloodbath slightly in PvP only, buffing unused DPS shells, or even reverting... Okay, exactly. So they are thinking about exactly what I talked about in my video. Either nerfing Bloodbath, or just giving back the Revelation nerf, right? Like unnerfing Revelation so that at the very least, the tanks can't just out-tank and revive and heal everything. If you build your Revelation team correctly, right, you can build a full 3 or 4 units of Revelation. If you can nuke them, then you win. But now you can't nuke them because you kill one of them, their healers get pushed up with Lighthouse, and then they just res that guy that they killed, right, that you killed. So that's not really fun. So this is good. This is everything that we want to hear, right? At least that they're thinking about it. Long term, we want PvP to feel fair, dynamic, very good, and rewarding at every level. Perfect. Where the gap can be quite steep for average player wanting to compete in RTA. Okay, competitive level. We know that casual players do not have enough time to grind and compete at a high level this early in the game, especially when our content can be quite challenging, but we're hoping some of these upcoming changes can help accelerate at a healthy level. Okay. Okay, I just had to take a sip of water. But this is good. This is very good. Right? You can't, if you're not putting in 8 to 10 hours a day into RTA like the top players are, you cannot possibly complain about them beating you. Right? Fair, right? There's no question about that. But of course, for the casual players who don't have that much time, right? It should still be fair, and they should still like have some ways to enjoy PvP, not at the top level, but at the level they're at, right? Like diamond and below is pretty much where I'm at, right? We should still be able to enjoy the game at those lower levels and not get absolutely stomped on. So that's cool. Gear and optimization upgrades, big changes to how you build and equip your characters. Okay. Module Essence Shop is being overhauled. Thank God, because that was so bad. The worst RNG. You could work so hard to get those, beating Inferno for the first time, and then you get flat defense on a DPS set when you want crit rate, crit damage. Like, what the hell? In addition to the random way obtain module, blah, 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 buy modules with confirmed main attributes and sub attributes. That's absolutely huge. That is huge, right? So you obviously want to get like crit rate, crit damage main with speed and more crit damage and crit rate and attack percent. Perfect. This is absolutely huge. I wonder if they have the system ready yet. So a new gear crafting system is wrapping up development. They're almost done with it. Okay. So will be included in an upcoming patch. They didn't say the next patch. So it might not be the next patch. It might be the patch after that. So that's at least potentially. So Lilium's banner ends in like 10 days, I think, like a week or something. So maybe not in a week, but maybe in a month. So it sounds like maybe in a month. Designed to give you greater control over your builds while relying on RNG alone. Exactly. That's the biggest thing, because this is a PvP game. There's so much RNG in the stats, right? Like, and it's so hard to build characters. We should be able to build and test a lot of characters because it's a PvP game. System released to players as an event that will routinely occur once per month. Okay, so it's going to be a once per month thing. So now that tells me what? That tells me that we can't just suddenly level up our characters and our modules properly. Like, we have to wait for this event, right? It's kind of like the 2x events. There's no point farming modules and GP outposts and investigation like crazy when it's not during the 2x. Same thing for this. It's not going to be worth it until we get to this once per month event thing. We'll be releasing more information. Okay, cool. Module Forge. Nice. This is a nice little graphic here. Okay, crafting this. Nice. We can pick which matrix. Great. We can pick the main attribute as well. Is there a sub attribute part? Okay. Nice. Okay. So it looks like we can lock some attributes and we can re-roll the other subs. So it looks like we're locking the attack bonus here and then we're re-rolling the other 3. Okay, cool. Some other games have this type of system too. I think the first Descendant, I used to play that game, they have this type of system. So you lock the substats that you want and you can re-roll the substats that you don't. So that's a great system for sure. I guess just another image of this. It seems like we have this kind of currency. Hopefully we're getting this currency from like throwing away or recycling the modules, right? And they're not gating this material by some like paywall or something like that, or like very limited like the current module essence system. We're almost done, I think. Oh, we gotta need some new characters, but let's read this about Rengoku. Inferno Rengoku help is on the way. We know Inferno Rengoku has been a wall for you all, addressing it directly. A new banner is coming that features a character specifically designed to help crush Rengoku. Is this pay to win? Okay, well, at least there's no 50-50 in this game, right? So it's okay that they're doing this, right? It's completely okay. Like other games like Honkai Star is 50-50, so if you lose a 50-50, you're cooked. But there's no 50-50 in this game, so I hope everyone gets these characters early. And other challenging PvE content. Each Animus has been tested in various ways, specifically against Rengoku, and we found the content to be much easier. I hope that is true because some of the testing is sus, right? There will be multiple strategies and synergies with their kits. For example, try them out with Lilium. Great. More details. Okay. So we'll get their kits this week. We'll get their S1, S2, S3 passives and stuff like that this week. They look like siblings, right? They look pretty cool. They look like maybe both blue types, right? Because their outfits are blue, but they might not be blue types. Gacha games love doing that, especially like Wuthering Waves. A character might be like red and they're not fire, right? They're not fire. They're like something else. Release of this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Future events. We want you to know we're listening good, right? Devs need to listen. Devs have to listen. Many players discussing this faction with RNG with our latest Dreamscape event. Yo, that Dreamscape event was crazy, bro. It was so bad. The RNG was so bad. And then it cost 300 gems per reset of the keys, per one key. That was ridiculous. Although many players are able to receive incredible rewards, this is not the case for everyone. Exactly, right? Like, why is there so much RNG? Not every player likes taking risks. I agree. They can prefer to play should be fixed rewards that not rely on RNG. In the next run of Dreamscape, no, I'm reading like so fast. In the next run of the Dreamscape event, we will be sure to include fixed reward options for these players. So like I think there should be a baseline, right? There should be a baseline for these types of events that you should be able to guarantee get. Like for example, the Dazzler's Pulse, the one with Shiata that we have going on right now, right? You should guarantee get that last perfect lattice every single time. Even if you're absolutely unlucky and roll like a 1 every single time, right? You should still guaranteed get those really, really important materials because the materials we know are very scarce in this game. And they're super important to progressing characters and building new characters and stuff like that. Global launch celebration. Global launch event right around the corner is going to be massive. Okay. We can play competitively against players in China, Japan, South Korea, and more. Okay, cool. We're going to get cooked by them. All right. We will make sure you guys are pleased with the rewards. It's a celebration and all. Okay. let's be real, guys. Please, with rewards, there's only one reward that I think every single player wants, and that is a free Lily. Okay, I don't think they're gonna do that. Okay, but maybe 100 pulls. 100 pulls might be cool. But obviously, everyone getting a free Lily would be much better. I already have like 2 dupes of Lily, so I don't care. But a lot of my Discord community, they don't have Lily, and they want Lily so bad. And you guys know she's the best character in the game. Stay tuned for exact dates and how to claim these rewards. Perfect time to bring in new friends or returning players to jump back in. Okay, obviously, right? The players make the game, so we want new players and returning players. What's next? This is just a snapshot behind the scenes. Okay. More exciting competition. So, right, they really want to push PvP, right? They advertise this game as a PvP game. Most importantly, we're here to listen. Great. They have been listening, right? There are some pretty good adjustments and new systems that they're implementing in this upcoming patch, or maybe the next one, but they're saying things we want to hear, and it seems like they're also listening, so that's good. All right, that's it for this video, guys. I think we are on the right path for sure. So those are my thoughts on these patch notes. Hopefully they work out as we want, or as we hope, and the game just continues on for a very long time. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. And if you're stuck on Ember Trek hard, check out this video here.